Welcome to Miracle Mind podcast. Today we have our special guest, Dr. V. Chandramohan sir. Sir is having 50 plus years of experience in clinical psychology. After retiring from Indian Air Force, sir is dedicated to serving this society in the field of mental health and psychology. Today, many years of experience in understanding human behavior, sir is here to talk with us regarding the child behavior and parenting. In this conversation, we can understand the psychology behind the children's behavior and how the parents can support to develop a better or healthy mental development in children. Sir, what is a parent's role in upbringing the children?
Children takes the model of parents for upbringing themselves.
Okay.
Whatever the conduct character parents display, that is supposed to be followed by the children in all the wake of their life.
Okay.
So the parents play a major role in if they help the children to come up in their life, definitely they will become one of the best citizens of India. Because we say, ஐந்தில் வளையாதது ஐம்பதில் வளையாது. That is a proverb. If the children are not seasoned during the early stages of their life, they may find a lot of difficulty during the back end of their life. So, if you ask me, the physical, social, mental, emotional, behavioral changes are all taking place from the time of birth onwards. So, these 5 important development will be shaped by the parents.
Okay.
If the children are brought up in such a way, they will definitely become great warriors of the society.
Okay.
They can stand on their own legs. They can look for a bright career in their life. They can look up to the family very well. They will involve themselves for the benefit of the society. So the upbringing plays a major role in shaping the self-esteem of the children. When you say self-esteem, it is the self-appraisal of the child.
Okay.
Once you say self-appraisal, if he thinks that I am good for nothing, I am useless, then the child will not come up in the life.
Okay.
If he says that yes, I am capable, I can do something, I can change myself, definitely the changes will come automatically.
Okay. So you're saying that parents has an important role.
Yes. Parents play a major role in shaping the behavior of the children.
Sir, how can parents build emotionally strong children?
See, this is only through reward and reinforcement.
Can you
Some of the
explain?
parents are approaching me that the children are unmanageable. They are not able to help them to follow certain behaviors. These children are called children with the behavioral disorders.
Okay.
Those children are very impossible for the parents to
Manish.
bring them up.
Okay.
Particularly if you say the child is suffering from ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or autism spectrum disorder, may not behave like the parents' expectation. Specialists are required, not only with the parent, but also with the specialist. They can bring them up, shape them up. I have treated many children suffering from ADHD and autism. Within a month, brought a lot of changes in their life.
Okay.
If you ask the psychiatrists, many even psychologists, they say that autism cannot be cured, treated. But I have treated, brought changes in their behavior through cognitive behavior therapy. When you ask cognitive behavior therapy, it is called rationalization. Rationalize whatever behavior they are doing and mold their behavior as per the expectations of the society.
Okay.
So their behavior is universally accepted by the society. Then only the behavior will be good behavior. If it is not accepted by the society, they will be lost in their lifetime. So these things are very, very important.
Okay. So can you elaborate a little more about the behavioral issues based on your experience?
Based on my experience, I can tell first the attention deficit hyperactivity behavior.
Okay.
When we say the child is behaving such a way to seek the attention of the others, particularly the parents,
Okay.
initially with the parents, then he generalizes the same behavior with others also. So this attention seeking behavior leads to other complications also. Impulsive activity,
Okay.
inattentive, they are with overconfident,
Mm.
ignore the parents' advice or commands.
Okay.
We call it as a defiant disorder. They do whatever they feel like. They never listen to anybody's advice.
Mm.
Conduct disorder. These children can learn into the elements of bad company, and they will definitely spoil the children. Younger children are prone for changes, fast in picking up the behavior of the others. If they hand in the hands of the bad company, bad element, definitely they will indulge themselves in antisocial activities.
That's right. Sir, also, how does the comparison bring down the children's self-esteem?
When I tell about the self-esteem, it is about the individual self-appraisal, what he thinks about himself.
Okay.
If you always compare the child with others and bring him down, he will not be motivated to change his behaviors. He will not be motivated to come up in his life. He feels that there is no appreciation from the parents. He will not start learning new things in his behavior paradigm.
Okay.
He will not be a good achiever in the society because he thinks that whatever effort he is putting in his self-esteem, self-appraisal, it is ignored by the parents. They always draw a comparison with the other children and pull them down. So this comparing with others is not advisable for the parents.
Okay.
When they bring up the child with high self-confidence, definitely they should encourage him to come up in the life.
So you're saying that comparison is not good for the child.
It damages the child growth.
Growth. Okay. So behaviorally, how it will get affected?
I already told you, see, the abnormal behavior, once the child is not being rewarded or recognized, he will indulge in all sorts of misbehavior.
Okay.
He thinks that parents are not at all recognizing his skills and talents. In order to get the attention of the parents, he does all behaviors which is undeserved by the parents. It's only attention-seeking behavior. If the parents uses the token economy, reward and reinforcement, they can change the behavior of the child. It's again a theories of learning. Learning process is involved. Learning shapes the personality of an individual. Learning brings changes in the day-to-day behavior paradigm of the children. So they should learn to come up in their life. But nowadays, everything is phone feeding. They are not given any chance to learn themselves. Parents dictate the children behave as per the advice of the parents. They are not left freely. In every wake of their life, the parents' influence damages them. That should be avoided.
But usually, Indian parents think reward may spoil the kids also. So, what you suggest? What kind of rewards you can?
Any desirable behavior,
Mhm.
you give reward. Undesirable behavior, don't give any reward.
Okay.
That is how we have to encourage them to shape up their behavior. Desirable behaviors are encouraged, undesirable behaviors are removed from their day-to-day life.
Sir, also, how to handle the children during the examination time?
Time management is very, very important.
Okay.
Early to bed, early to rise is the maximum for our. Similarly, if the children are getting up at 5 o'clock and started studying, their memory will be enhanced. That will go to long-term memory. They put only less efforts to memorize vast subject. So, see, our India is under the equator. So, when the countries are coming under the equator, 12 hours daytime, 12 hours nighttime. So, the circadian rhythm plays a major role. When you say circadian rhythm, our body tuned to activate during particular timing only, inactivate during other timing only. See, for example, you can start studying the first chapters 5 to 8 in the morning, again 6 to 8 in the evening. But you cannot study after 10 o'clock in the night. That is the time the body needs some rest. As per the circadian rhythm, the body cannot be active for 24 hours.
So, any technique or anything you can suggest them to get rid of this exam fear?
See, examination fear comes because of inability to perform well in the examination. Why they should have like that? That fear comes only because he is not studying every day. He studies once in blue moon, once in fortnightly. He studies but never revises the subject matter periodically. Once he is studying the subject for knowing the awareness, general knowledge, he can study more and more. That will be retained in his memory. He will not forget. Once he is able to retain the subject matter, he can perform well in the examination. Once that confidence comes into his mind, the fear automatically goes off. There are many children who complain that I knew all the questions, but the time is not sufficient for me to write the exam. Why?
Yes.
It is a psychomotor task. Writing is a psychomotor task, the dexterity of the fingers. They are not practiced to hold the pen or pencil for longer duration to write. That's why they get a pain after some time. Speed automatically reduces. Therefore, in the psychomotor task, eye hand coordination.
Okay.
Once, if we expose them to the psychological way of studying, the fear automatically runs away from their mind.
Okay.
In the psychological way of method, we say first read louder recitation. You cannot read within the mind, only at least whispering and murmuring. Repetition. Whatever you read, you should understand the meaning of the word. That you have to repeat each and every sentence again and again till you get the meaning of the word. If you do not understand, ask your parents, sister, neighbors. Know the meaning, then study further. Then recitation. Your parents are there with you. Sister, brothers are with you. Ask them to supervise whether you have studied is correct or not. That is the recollection. A way of closing the book, telling whatever has gone into his memory traces. If there is any break, he will come to know. Then, whatever he studies, it is only for the memory examination point of view, isn't it? He study for examination. You do not know what time the examination comes. But we have to study well and ahead. If you complete the portion, revise 2 or 3 times, the fear automatically goes out.
Sir, do you think that visiting a psychologist is important to mold a child proper behavior or his betterment?
Yes, psychologists play a major role. Psychologists are the one who can recognize the changes in the child, regulate the behavior of the child with the help of the parents, motivate them to come back normal. They can help them to inculcate good manners and behaviors in the society, which will be appreciated by one and all. For the success of the children, they should take the assessment from the psychologist, because psychologists can find out what are the strengths and weaknesses of the child. If it is diagnosed at much early stages of their life, they can mold the children during the adolescent period, shape up during the adulthood, throughout their life.
So now we move into the rapid fire question. First of all, therapy or self-help book?
Therapy is 10 out of 10.
Medication or lifestyle correction?
Lifestyle correction.
Emotional intelligence or IQ, which is more important?
Both are equally important. Once you are going for a job, they never give importance for the IQ. They give importance only for the EQ, emotional quotient. Because we are not working alone. We are working along with your team. The group cohesiveness plays a major role.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your wisdom and knowledge. And I'm sure that many parents and caregivers will get more insight about the children's behavior and they can contribute to develop a good mental health among their children. To our dearest listeners, if you felt this is meaningful for you, kindly share with the parents, those who can help their children. Also, we will meet with another meaningful conversation like this. Thank you.